Riven didn't remember like other kids. When most people looked back at a memory, they saw it play out in the order it happened. First, middle, last. But not Riven. His memories started with the end, like watching a movie in reverse. If a vase shattered, Riven would see the pieces fly up and reassemble. If someone told a joke, he'd remember the laughter before the punchline. No one believed him. Not his teachers, not even his parents. They thought he was just forgetful. But Riven wasn't mixed up. He just saw the world differently. One rainy Monday, something strange happened at school. Mrs. Luma, the librarian, didn't show up. Even stranger, all the books in the library had been moved, perfectly stacked but in the wrong sections. Cookbooks were where science books belonged. Fairy tales were shelved with sports magazines. The principal called it a prank. The janitor blamed the wind. But Riven saw something else. He stood in the center of the library and closed his eyes. In his mind, the books leapt backward, flying from shelves to arms, from arms to carts. He saw it in reverse. Someone sneaking in, pushing the cart, rearranging the shelves, then disappearing behind the dusty archives. And there, hidden behind an old globe, was something new. Riven snuck back after school with his sketchpad and flashlight. The globe spun slightly in the dark. Behind it, he saw a door no one else seemed to notice. It looked painted shut. But Riven placed his hand on it, and suddenly, a memory hit him like a wave. He saw the door opening, a figure entering, boxes of ancient books, symbols, a whisper. The truth is behind the timeline. Then it stopped. The memory evaporated. Over the next week, more strange things happened. A trophy case reassembled itself overnight. A broken clock in the cafeteria began ticking backward. And a classmate, Milo, vanished for 6 minutes, only to return saying, "I saw my future self." It was clear now. Something had gone wrong with time itself, and only Riven could make sense of it. He began drawing timelines in his notebook. Backward timelines, using clues from reverse memories and things he hadn't even lived through yet. He followed them like breadcrumbs. One day he reached the janitor's closet, but in his backward vision it wasn't a closet. It was an elevator. With a deep breath, Riven opened it. Inside was a staircase of light leading down. The walls flickered with memories, not just his but everyone's. Teachers, classmates, strangers. Events both forgotten and not yet happened. At the bottom, in a circular room, stood Mrs. Luma, the librarian. Her eyes sparkled. "You found me," she said, smiling. "You're not broken, Riven, you're rare. You're a rememberer," she explained. "There are a few children in each generation who can see the past through the future. When timelines get tangled, they are the ones who can untangle them. Through understanding, through empathy, through backward sight." He was the strongest she'd ever seen. Riven used his gift to untangle the timelines. Books returned to shelves. Clocks reset. Milo stopped vanishing. The school sighed with relief, never knowing what had been fixed. And now, with Mrs. Luma's guidance, he was training to become something more. A timeline keeper, a protector of memory, a reader of the past in reverse. Because sometimes the future begins when you remember backwards. Not every hero sees the future. Some understand the past better than anyone else.